English Journey Podcast.
Let's go. Hello. Hey, everyone, and welcome back to the English Journey Podcast. I'm so happy you're joining us today.
Yeah, hi everyone. It's great to be here. I'm actually really excited about today's topic, Emma.
Me too, Jack. Honestly, I think it's something we all struggle with, right? We're talking about daily success habits. You know, those little things you do every day that eventually lead to big results.
Exactly. And I think people often think success habits means waking up at 4 a.m. and running a marathon. But, well, it doesn't have to be that intense, does it?
Oh, definitely not. I mean, if I had to run a marathon at 4 a.m., I'd never be successful. No, for me, it's more about the small, consistent things. Like, what's the first thing you do when you wake up, Jack?
Well, to be honest, I used to reach for my phone immediately, checking emails, scrolling through social media. It's a bad habit, I know.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I think a lot of people do that. It's like we want to see what we missed while we were sleeping. But does it actually make you feel good?
Not really. It actually makes me feel a bit stressed right away. So lately, I've been trying something different. I try to leave my phone in the other room.
Right, that's a great idea. Like creating a bit of space for yourself before the rest of the world enters your brain.
Exactly. So instead, I just sit for 5 minutes. No noise, just drinking a glass of water. It sounds simple, but it really changes the mood of the morning.
I totally agree. Actually, I read somewhere that drinking water first thing in the morning is like waking up your internal organs. It's such a small habit, but it's a big win for your health.
Oh, for sure. And what about you? Are you a make the bed kind of person?
Oh, absolutely. If I don't make my bed, I feel like my whole life is a mess. It's weird, isn't it? It only takes 2 minutes, but it feels like my first achievement of the day.
I know what you mean. It's like that famous speech, right? If you want to change the world, start by making your bed. It gives you a sense of pride.
Yes, and it's a B1 level success, right? Nothing too complicated. But okay, let's talk about the next step. After the water and the bed, what's next?
Well, for me, it's planning. I used to just start working and do whatever felt urgent. But now I try to pick the 3 most important things I need to do.
Hmm, only 3? That doesn't sound like much.
Well, you'd be surprised. If you actually finish 3 important things every day, you move forward so much faster than if you do 20 small, unimportant things.
That's a really good point. You're talking about priority. I like that. I usually write a long list, and then I feel guilty when I don't finish it.
Right, and that guilt is exactly what we want to avoid. Success habits should make you feel powerful, not guilty.
I love that. Powerful, not guilty. That's a great way to put it.
Thanks. So what about food? Do you think breakfast is a success habit?
You know, people debate this all the time, but for me, if I don't eat a good breakfast, I get hangry, hungry and angry by 11 a.m.
Oh, I've seen you hangry, Emma. It's not a success habit for anyone nearby.
Hey, that's not fair. But seriously, fueling your body is definitely part of the routine. If you want your brain to work at a B1 or B2 level of English, or at your job, you need energy.
Totally. Anyway, that's just the start of the morning. There's so much more to talk about regarding the rest of the day.
So, Jack, we talked about the morning routine, but once the day actually starts, when the emails start flying in and the phone starts buzzing, how do you actually stay focused?
Oh man, that's the real challenge, isn't it? I mean, it's one thing to be calm at 7 a.m., but at 10 a.m., it's a different story.
Right. I find that my biggest habit for success during work hours is something called deep work. Have you heard of that?
Deep work. Yeah, I think so. Is that where you just focus on one thing for a long time?
Exactly. No phone, no notifications, no just checking one thing on Google. I set a timer for, say, 50 minutes, and for those 50 minutes, I only work on one difficult task.
Wow, 50 minutes. Honestly, Emma, that sounds hard. I feel like I get distracted every 5 minutes.
Well, it takes practice. At first, I could only do 15 minutes, but it's like a muscle. You have to train it.
That makes sense. I guess that's why people say focus is a skill. I notice that when I'm constantly switching between tasks, I feel exhausted by lunch.
Exactly. They call it task switching. Every time you look at a text message and then go back to work, your brain takes a few minutes to fully focus again. It's such a waste of energy.
I definitely do that. I'll be writing a report and then, oh, look, someone posted a picture of their lunch. And then bam, 20 minutes gone.
We've all been there. But here's a tip that really helped me. I put my phone in a different room. If I have to get up and walk to another room to check it, I usually don't bother.
That's a simple habit, but I bet it's effective. It's about making the bad habit harder to do and the good habit easier.
Precisely. It's all about the environment. If your desk is messy and your phone is right there, you're setting yourself up to fail.
Right. So environment is key. I actually cleaned my desk yesterday and I felt so much more professional. It's weird how that works.
It's not weird at all. A clear space equals a clear mind. That's a success habit for sure.
You know, Emma, we talk a lot about the mind, but what about the body? I mean, success isn't just about thinking, right?
Oh, you're so right, Jack. If I sit in my chair for 8 hours straight, my brain it stops working. I get brain fog.
Brain fog, that's a perfect way to describe it. Like everything is moving in slow motion.
Yeah, so one of my non-negotiable habits is moving my body. It doesn't have to be a gym workout. Sometimes it's just a 10-minute walk around the block.
I've started doing that after lunch. You know, that afternoon slump where you just want to take a nap.
Oh, the slump is real.
It really is. But instead of reaching for a third cup of coffee, I just go outside. The fresh air and the movement, it's like a reset button for my brain.
That's a perfect analogy, a reset button. And it's interesting because scientists say that walking actually helps you solve problems.
Really? How does that work?
Well, when you walk, your heart beats a bit faster, sending more oxygen to your brain. And because you're not staring at a screen, your subconscious mind can start working on problems you were stuck on.
You know, I've actually had my best ideas while walking the dog. I never realized that was a success habit. I just thought I was being a good dog owner.
Well, you're being both. That's the beauty of it. Habits can serve more than one purpose.
True. And what about sleep? I feel like we can't talk about success without talking about sleep.
Oh, definitely. Sleep is the foundation. If you only sleep 4 hours, it doesn't matter how many habits you have, you're going to struggle.
I used to think sleeping less meant I was working harder, you know, the hustle culture. But I was actually just making more mistakes.
Exactly. Quality over quantity. Being successful means being smart with your energy, not just burning yourself out.
I totally agree. 7 or 8 hours of sleep is probably the most important success habit of all.
You know, Jack, moving away from physical health for a second, I've been thinking about how successful people always seem to be students. Even if they are the boss, they're always learning something new.
Oh, definitely. I think if you stop learning, you stop growing, don't you?
Exactly. And for our listeners, just listening to this podcast is a success habit. They are practicing their English while learning about life. It's like a double win.
Right. But honestly, it's about more than just a language. It's about curiosity. Do you have a specific time in your day for learning?
I do, actually. I call it my golden hour. Usually it's in the evening when things quiet down. I'll read a nonfiction book or listen to a documentary.
I see. The evening, huh? I'm usually too tired by then. I prefer the morning for that. I listen to audiobooks while I'm driving or on the bus.
Oh, that's smart. You're using dead time. Time that is usually wasted, like sitting in traffic.
Exactly.
Instead of getting annoyed at the traffic, I think, great, I have another 15 minutes of my book. It completely changes my attitude.
That's a huge shift in perspective. But let me ask you, do you ever feel overwhelmed, like there's too much to learn and not enough time?
All the time. To be honest, sometimes I buy 5 books and then I don't read any of them because I don't know where to start.
I am so guilty of that too. My bookshelf is full of intentions, but I think the habit is just 10 pages. That's my role.
Just 10 pages?
Yeah, because anyone can read 10 pages, and usually once I start, I want to read more. But the goal is small, so it's not scary.
I like that. It's like what we said about the bed. Start small. It builds confidence.
So, Jack, we've talked about what to add to your life, but what about what to take away?
Ooh, that's a deep one. Are you talking about saying no to things?
Yes, I think one of the biggest success habits is actually being selective. You can't do everything, right?
Right. But it's so hard, isn't it? Especially at work. You want to be helpful, you want people to like you, so you say yes to every project.
Exactly. And then what happens? You're stressed, you're working late, and the quality of your work goes down.
I've been there. I remember one month I said yes to 3 different committees and a new project. I was a mess. I wasn't sleeping, I was grumpy. It wasn't success at all.
I see. So, how did you fix it? Did you just start saying no to everyone?
Well, I had to learn how to say it politely. Like, I'd love to help, but my schedule is full right now.
That's a great phrase. My schedule is full. It's professional but firm.
Right. And you know what's funny? People actually respected me more when I started saying no. They realized my time was valuable.
That's a really important point. If you value your own time, other people will value it too. It's a habit of self-respect.
Totally. And it's not just about work, it's about social life too. Sometimes you just need a night in to recharge your batteries.
Oh, for sure. If I go out every single night, I have no energy for my deep work the next day. So saying no to a party can actually be a success habit for your career.
It sounds a bit boring when you put it that way, but you're right. It's about the long-term goal, not just the short-term fun.
Exactly. It's about knowing what you want and staying on that path. So, Jack, we've covered time, health, and learning, but we should probably talk about something a bit more practical, money.
Ah, the big one. To be honest, I used to be terrible with money. I thought success was just about earning more, but I realized it's actually about how much you keep.
Right, exactly. You can earn $1 million, but if you spend 1,000,001, you're not really successful, are you?
Definitely not. I think the biggest habit for me was just tracking, just looking at where the money goes. It's like looking in a mirror.
I see. You mean using an app or a notebook?
Yeah, exactly. For a month, I wrote down every single coffee, every snack, every subscription, and wow, I was shocked.
It's those little things, isn't it? The invisible costs.
It really is. But once I had the habit of checking my bank account every morning, just for 1 minute, I felt more in control. It wasn't scary anymore.
That's a great point. Successful people don't hide from their problems. They look at the numbers. Do you follow the save first rule?
You mean pay yourself first? Yeah, I try to. As soon as I get my salary, a small part goes into a savings account automatically. I don't even see it.
That's such a smart habit, because if you wait until the end of the month to see what's left over, there's usually nothing left.
Exactly. It's all about making it automatic. Success shouldn't always require a lot of willpower. If it's automatic, it's easy.
I love that. Automating success. That applies to so many things, not just money.
You know, Emma, after a long day of focus, movement, and managing money, how do you end your day?
Well, this is actually my favorite habit. It's reflection. I spend about 5 or 10 minutes journaling before I go to sleep.
Journaling, huh? Like a diary? Dear diary, today I ate a sandwich.
No, not quite. I mean, you can do that if you want, but I usually focus on 3 things: what went well, what was difficult, and what I'm grateful for.
Oh, I see. So it's more like a review of the day.
Right. It helps me clear my head. If I had a bad day, writing it down helps me leave the problem on the paper so I don't take it to bed with me.
That sounds really helpful, actually. I often lie in bed thinking about things I forgot to do.
Exactly. That's why I also write my to-do list for tomorrow at night. It's like I'm telling my brain, okay, we have a plan, you can relax now.
I've heard about gratitude journaling too. Does that actually work? Or is it just, feel good stuff?
Honestly, it really works. It changes your brain. If you spend every day looking for things to be thankful for, you start seeing them everywhere.
I guess it's like training your eyes to see the positive instead of just the problems.
Exactly. It could be something tiny, like a good cup of tea or a nice comment from a colleague.
I think I'll try that tonight. Just 3 things, right?
Just 3. It takes 2 minutes. It's a B1 level habit. Simple, clear, and very effective.
I like it. It's a nice way to close the loop on the day.
So, Jack, we've talked a lot about what we do alone, like journaling and deep work. But let's be honest, success usually involves other people, right?
Oh, 100%. I mean, no one is successful on a desert island. We need friends, colleagues, and mentors.
Exactly. So I think a success habit that people often forget is, well, listening. Just really listening when someone else is talking.
That's a good one. To be honest, I think a lot of people, myself included, are just waiting for their turn to speak instead of actually listening.
Right. I see that all the time. But when you truly listen to someone, they feel valued. And in business or life, people want to work with people who make them feel heard.
I totally agree. It's like networking, but it's not the scary kind where you have to give out business cards to strangers. It's just about building real relationships.
Exactly. A habit I have is the follow-up. If I meet someone interesting or if a friend mentions they have a big meeting, I'll send a quick text a few days later to ask how it went.
Oh, that's a great habit. It shows you actually cared about the conversation. It takes, what, 30 seconds?
Not even, but it makes a huge difference. It's about being pro-social. Success is a team sport, Jack.
A team sport. I like that. I've also noticed that successful people are very generous with their praise. They don't keep the good job comments to themselves.
Yes, giving credit to others is a massive habit. It builds a positive environment around you. And guess what? When you help others succeed, they usually want to help you too.
It's like a circle of success. You give a little and it comes back to you.
Now, Jack, we have to be real for a minute. We've been talking about all of these great habits, but sometimes things go wrong.
Oh, for sure. You can have the best routine in the world and still have a terrible day. Or a project fails, or you lose your job.
Exactly. So, what is the habit for when things fall apart? For me, it's the 24-hour rule.
The 24-hour rule? What's that?
Well, if I fail or make a big mistake, I allow myself 24 hours to be upset. I can complain, I can feel sad, I can eat some ice cream, but after 24 hours, it's over. I have to switch to solution mode.
I love that. Because if you don't have a limit, you can spend weeks feeling bad about one mistake. And that's just a waste of time.
Right. It's about resilience. Successful people don't avoid failure, they just get back up faster than everyone else.
I see. It's like that habit of reframing. Instead of saying, I failed, you say, I learned what doesn't work.
Precisely. It sounds like a small change in words, but it's a huge change in how your brain feels. It takes the sting out of the mistake.
I once heard that failure is just data. It's just information telling you to try a different way.
That's such a healthy way to look at it. To be honest, most of my success habits actually came from failing first. I started journaling because my head was too messy. I started deep work because I was missing deadlines.
So failure actually created your success habits.
In a way, yeah. Mistakes are just the world's way of showing you where you need a better habit.
That's really encouraging, actually. It means we don't have to be perfect. We just have to keep adjusting.
Well, Jack, we've covered a lot today. from making the bed and drinking water to deep work and even handling failure. I feel like I need a nap now.
I know what you mean. It sounds like a lot when you list it all out. But I think the most important thing for our listeners to remember is that we didn't start all these habits in one day.
Oh, definitely not. That's a recipe for disaster. If you try to change everything at once, you'll probably quit by Tuesday.
Exactly. So if someone is listening to this and they want to start their own English journey towards success, where should they start?
Honestly, just pick one. Just one small thing. Maybe it's the 10 pages of reading, or maybe it's just putting the phone in another room for 30 minutes.
I agree. It's about the win. Once you prove to yourself that you can keep one small promise, it becomes so much easier to add a second one.
Right. And you know, for everyone listening, you've already completed one success habit today. You've finished this conversation. You've spent time working on your listening skills and your personal growth. That's a huge deal.
It really is. I hope everyone feels a bit more motivated now. I know I do. I'm actually looking forward to my 5 minutes of silence tomorrow morning.
Me too. Well, I think that's all the time we have for today. Jack, thanks for sharing your experiences. It's been a really fun chat.
Thanks, Emma. It's always a pleasure. And thanks to everyone for tuning in.
Yes, thank you all so much for listening to the English Journey podcast. Don't forget to keep practicing, keep growing, and we will see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye!
Let's continue your English journey together. Subscribe for more lessons and watch this video next to practice your listening.